Yeah. Word up. Time to take him to war. Take him to war. Got your bootstrap. I do. Dressed in all black. Check. Word up, man. I.S.U.P.K style. Take him to war. That's right. Listen. We don't play. I'm in the army, the I.S.U.P.K. Wishing MOA, teaching the truth. I feed the souls, Camp David, Harlem. Catch me on post with the sword on deck. Call me, that's for sure. To remind my brothers to keep the laws and screaming on devils with fiery jaws. Y'all faggots and homos, I tell them to pause. Yahweh made Adam and Eve, now Adam and Steve. Until you women wanna dress like men, with your dick and your balls to bring forth the seeds. I speak the truth. Can't nobody tell her like me. I was a Christian, constantly bitching, wondering why the church don't add up with the scripture. Shoot, Messiah Allah showed me the truth. The I to the S to the U.P.K. We on the rise, and we don't play the wild. Yeah. So all y'all Christians, Muslims, gods in the earth, Scientology, Egyptology, and that's all insanity. Israel's who we be, man. Straight up and down. Word up, man. Officer Kawaka, I'm taking the war. Word.
Hey, watch your mouth. I don't like how you came raw. I was raised on loose pepper and hot sauce. Try and get dough, couldn't just play the blocks off. Vicious turn from this knocking Congress and his blocks off. Every time she argue, really make my cock soft. Good meals and obedience. Now she got me eating it. Since 69 said we gon' grow, I'm seeing it. I'm telling all my troopers, don't think, just believe in it. I be counting a liar if I said it got easier. We up now, you can search U.P.K Wikipedia.
Listen, nigga, what you talking about, man?
Yeah. They call us a hate group, it's cool, cause I hate dudes. A gangbanging faggot, what you call that, a grapefruit.
You probably put your pants on your eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that shit.
It says blacks the ones I love, right? Your mommies in my love life. When it come to crackers, I left love, like a Cavs playoff run. Yeah. And we could do this all night, talk about the street fights, Glock 2-3, shooting ball heads like a prom night. I'm 19 and I skipped my prom night. I was busy in the Hebrew class, Friday night life. So when I say the Lord bless you, now I mean you sneeze, nigga. Break down law, brotherhood, what you need, nigga. I ain't have to smoke with it, so I'ma have some fun with this. I might jump into Jacob and I might jump into Job. I might jump into Christ and how Judas fucking told. Man, I hate a snitch, nigga. Apologies from bitch niggas. I coulda, I shoulda, I wish niggas would stop with these goof-ass plots. You can't save Bob the builder and save the block. I choose mine over the devil, success over the subtle. What's a glass teapot to an ironclad kettle? What's a gangster link to a nigga that got weapons? How I'ma go to hell when I'm enslaved by the devil? Killing you is nothing, the hard part is the shovel. Cause now I gotta dig a hole 6 feet deep, and the shovel might break. Cause I bought 6 beans. I bought the K without a strap cause I got shoestrings. Change, bottle caps women, that's loose things. I ain't sick for everybody, private bacteria. Cooch cream, you bad when you mad, little nigga, mood swings. I ain't even like this no more, I had the finesse. How you want to debate when your turban matching your dress? I cook up game and get pussy, you be purchasing can sex. You a mommy Percocet, Superman, and Xanax. I rubbed it in the top with the back, now my hand wet. 100+ million deaths from white supremacy. Hey government, why you ain't ban that? Cause Vice President Pence somewhere having man sex. President Trump somewhere getting his stand back. All my life, anytime niggas ask for the fade, I ran that. Man, I put the beats on the double like you love music. So many oohs and eyes, it's like love music. Ain't no R&B, motherfucker. I don't want these devils in our congregation, man. You know what it is, man. It's I.S.U.P.K to the death, one west. Catch us on the corner talking that talk, white man the devil, etc., etc., etc. Same thing, man. We out here, man.
black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Qadash, as the curtains of Solomon.
Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Clothes with a garment down to the foot. Lil' mama came back and took another look. Them fringes and them studs probably got her shook. But all I can tell her, I am not a crook. Whole team winning. Can't do it by myself, I brought my whole team with me. Tonight I need some help, I plan on killing these niggas. And I ain't talking murder, shorty feeling these niggas. I know she probably heard of us, One West, Harlem, New York, since 1969. Looking for an Israelite woman that I can get behind. Take her to the promised land. Show her good niggas exist. Fuck what her mama saying. You understand? Listen. Fourth dimension blue is my cologne. All I did was say shalom, and she offered me a phone number. Especially when I'm in the zone, I tell fire to the bone. Girl, you playing with the wrong. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. And you ain't never seen nothing like it with a drip so hard. Made her straight, she was dying cause a nigga cold as ice that sharper than a knife. I can change your whole life just by making you my white man. Look, that nigga got the boots, beard sprays, man. Look, that nigga got the garment with the shades, man. Look, that nigga got the spikes on his armband, and he got the Sheila David on his charm, man. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, my lady in the dress, they hating, we dead fresh. I'm making their ass sweat with all this masculinity. I can tell she feeling me, my swagger on infinity. And this ain't something you can buy. They asking who am I traded in my suit and tie. And I just got a garment from the captain. Catch me in the club smelling like black. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold and studs of silver. Hebrew drip.
Alright, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakadam to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemar done by Shem Yahshua to all the sisters. I'm preaching officer I.S.U.P.K with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out here in Florida. You understand? We are at 1628 Avenue E, Riviera Beach, Florida. If you're nearby, if you're in the area, stop by, get in class. You know what I'm saying? Learn this Hebrew, which is what we're going to be learning today. The Lashawan Qadash, the ancient Hebrew, the biblical Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Not the Yiddish that the Jewish man speaks. You understand? Not the fake Jew language. Right? This is the real, authentic Jewish. Israelite language. You understand? So, without further ado, first of all, let me get my board clear. Jeez. This always works. There you go. All right, so let's get into it. So first what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna write up the alphabet up on the board. You understand? If you got this chart, you can barely see it on the screen. But if you have one of these charts, you definitely should follow along. You should study that, and keep one of these on deck at all times and look over it. You know what I'm saying? Study it every day like you would your ABCs when you were in elementary. All right, so we can learn our characters. We can learn these words. So I'm gonna start off with A, and as I'm writing it, I'm gonna write it in the ancient and then the Assyrian. So in the Assyrian, it kind of looks like an N in the sound, but this is the A sound. And this is the A sound. So I'm going to write it also in the pronunciation. So we got the ancient Hebrew, the Assyrian Hebrew, and its pronunciation. And that's how I'm going to write it for the duration of this portion of the class. I'm trying to get that to stay. You know what? It might be because of that light. All right, that's probably better. Yep, probably think we'll be all right there. All right. Ba. Ga. Da. Ha. Wa. Za. Kha. And that's spelled C-H-A-A. C-H-A-A. Kha. Ta. Ya. Ya is like a comma almost. It's a little character that sits like right up here instead of big like all the rest of the characters. So if you see that little comma looking character, that's the ya in Assyrian. Then you have the ka, which is spelled K-A. So not C-H-A-A, which is ka, but K-A, which is ka. La. And we have ma, as in mother, ma. This is the Assyrian, it's the ancient, it's the Assyrian. All right, and this is the na. Be very familiar with this because it looks a lot like the wa, except the na is longer. As you can see, I try to draw it a little longer than this. You see? So that's the na. Then you have the sa. And the I. It's the only character with one, we spell it with one letter. It's pronounced I. It's not pronounced like the rest of them. Abagadaha wazaka. It's I. It's the only character that does that because this is just like the I. That's what Adam wrote when he created this character. He wrote an I and gave it the I sound. And we have Pa. Pa. Taza. Qua. What you got? Oof, running out of space, huh? How can I do this? All right, so this is the Ra in the ancient. Is Ra in the Assyrian, and of course, this is how it's pronounced, Ra. Sha. And this is the Tha. So as it goes, Ah to the Tha. These are the Hebrew characters. All right. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. All right. Give me a wonder if everybody got it. Matter of fact, I forgot to put the link in the chat for the class. All right, I just put the link in the chat to sign in for class. All right, you want to make sure you're signing in for these classes so that way you can get your credit towards a Hebrew name and other benefits, you know what I'm saying, if you're new to the school. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that class sign-in sheet and make your sign-in. Also, if you like to jump into the class, all right, I'm going to drop the StreamYard link as well. All right, so the StreamYard link is now in the class. In the chat, if you'd like to jump into the class, hit the link and join us live. And if you're watching, make sure you hit the like button and share. All right, so now. You still on Lewis, you there? All right, so those are our alphabets, right? Here are our, this is how we count. Well, these are our numbers, right? So this is our number system, right? Right. There's a better marker than this. I don't know why it keeps going blurry. It's really blurry.
Hey, Shalom, sir.
Shalom.
Yahweh Shabbat. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm too wild, man. How you doing? Trying to get this thing to focus. It's like it's giving me issues. The focus on my hand up close. That's crazy. It's like barely focusing. Oh man, bear with me, y'all. So lucky. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it's doing this. It's better.
Log, yes, sir. I'm back.
Shalom.
Hey, sir. I've been practicing all week by
Mm-hmm.
myself. Can't, sir.
Most sound crazy. So you getting
You
good.
know, can't, and, practicing and so forth. I'm like, yeah, you know, when I get to class, I'm be like, hey, shalom, sir. Mark Qadash.
Huh?
That I was like, in my mind, I'm be practicing. I'm like, when I get to class, I'll be like, hey, shalom, sir. You know, uh, Mark Qadash.
Yeah, what's new? What's new
Yeah.
with you? And I'm gonna say, welcome back. What I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be like, welcome.
Um, you want me to say welcome back?
Yeah, welcome. Like what? Tell me what I would say if I say welcome to you. If you come in,
Oh, it's Barawak, but not.
well, yeah, but that's welcome home.
So you just want me to say welcome, which is but not,
Yeah,
not Barawak.
right. Bro,
Yeah,
what?
so I've been, it's been practicing all week.
Mm-hmm. Keep it up. Shoot, you only get better the more you practice.
Kind of on kind.
right, so you should also have this along with your alphabet. It says 1 through 10 in the Hebrew. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Hamash, Shashah, Shabai, Shamawana. So like Shamawana, it always tripped me up. Shamawana. The Shah, I.S.U.P.K. That's 1 through 10. You have this is the pronunciation, this is the ancient, and this is the Assyrian. So you should definitely have that in your notes. If you don't have it already, write it down and practice this daily as well.
Lucky, sir.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask if maybe we could go over the Israel Credo.
Oh my God. How did you, yo, Lewis, stay out of my head,
Concept.
man. Stay out of my head, man.
Hey, it's like it's a. I promise you, just look at this. Like
Yeah.
like I don't know if you can see this. It's literally written like like where all the I wrote it maybe a couple of weeks ago that I would like to ask a question. So I just wrote Israel Credo there just for like you know because I was wondering the whole day about it because I was trying to say it but I couldn't say it right because I didn't write it down or anything anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I,
no, that's
I
heavy as
just
hell.
wanted
I
to
mean,
maybe if we could go over that.
no, that's heavy as hell. That's definitely the spirit because that's definitely something I wanted to cover today. After we, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do the days and the months real quick because we went over that last week. I just want to make sure everybody got a good idea of the days and months.
Concept.
But damn, yeah, I definitely that's crazy. That's funny. I was just thinking of that today. All right. All right. So we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. All right. These are the days of the week, right?
No, one can't.
You remember Sunday? Hope y'all can read that. Yawam Ra'ash Yum. Oh, it's like it. Yawam Ra'ash Wam. Sunday.
Cancer. Can you also write it in the Assyrian if it's possible? I don't know if you might not have enough
I don't
space.
think you got space. I don't really got space for it.
Cancer.
But if it down, I'll write it. Here, just leave space on your notes for the Assyrian, and I'll write it after I
Cancer.
take the board.
Canada one. Cancer.
All right, Yawam. Yeah, hold on. Even now it's getting crowded. Yawam Shanya. Really? Okay, my bad. All right, so this is really no different than except what does scripture say? Uh, save Sunday and Saturday. The rest of these days, if you know how to count, then you can keep up with each day. Right? Monday is day 2, literally. Yawam Shanya day. Yawam is day. Shanya is 2, so it's day 2. Yawam is day. Shalash is 3, day 3. All right, your woman's day, Arabai is 4, so day 4. Kamash is 5, day 5. Shasha is 6, day 6. And then the Sabbath, which is Shabbat. Shabbat. Anybody got any questions so far?
Cancer.
Go ahead.
Why is Sunday or day 1 supposed to be written like that?
Ashwan, if I'm not mistaken, is the beginning. Right? So it's basically it's saying the first day. So it's not saying day one, but it's the beginning day. You get what I'm saying?
Another one count.
But if for what I'm saying, if you wanted to, you could write your YAHANNA day one. You understand? But Sunday is like the first day of the week. And then the Sabbath day is the day of rest. So it's just called Shabbat or Yom Shabbat. Yeah, if we go to Genesis 1:1, you finish with the notes. Hopefully everybody finished.
Can't, sir.
All right. So let me pull up. Hold on. Let me pull it up on here. All right. You can see the screen. Hold on. Not yet. All right. You can see my screen now.
Can't, sir.
So the first word right here, right? It says in the beginning. First phrase. In the beginning, we have Ra'ash Yah
Lucky, sir.
or
The
Ba.
screen is doing a little thing. I don't know what it is. All right, this it's stable now.
Oh, okay. So right, first word we have is beginning, right? Ra'ash Yah or Ba Ra'ash Yah, just in the beginning. So let's go to the Strong's Ra'ash Yah, the first. You see? First,
Huh.
beginning, best, chief, so on and so forth. The root word would be Ra'ash. You can go to the root word. Ra'ash is the head, the top, summit, upper part, chief, total, sum, height, front, beginning. It's the same thing. So Ra'ash Wam is the first day, the beginning day. Yawam Ra'ash Wam. It might help you, Lewis, to stay like if you're using your phone, you might just have to keep your phone on StreamYard. I, I learned
Can't,
that
sir.
I learned that when people try to go and to do it, like they try to be on StreamYard and then try to go into a different app or something on their phone, it'll shut down StreamYard for them. So you might just want to
Another
stick
one
to
count.
StreamYard. Is that the case? Is that what's happening?
It was the case, but I didn't by mistake, sir.
Oh yeah, I mean I know, but if that's the reason why you keep getting booted out. So all right, But yeah, so Ra'ash is beginning, Ra'ash Wam, or Yawam Ra'ash Wam would be the first day or the beginning day, the day one, so to speak. And you could say the first day. Now, and keep in mind too, these titles, right? These are titles. This isn't what the Lord called these days. Like Friday is not called Friday. Or I should say the sixth day is not called Friday. Neither is the Sabbath day called Saturday. Keep in mind that these titles came from Roman and Greek ancestry. You understand? People, the Romans and the Greeks came up with these titles, like Saturday, worshiping the day of Saturn. Sunday, worshiping the day of the sun. Monday, worshiping the moon. Tuesday, so on and so forth. Wednesday is Woden's day, the god of Greeks, the god of Odin, right? Loki and Odin and Thor. This day is named after Odin, Woden's day. All right. Thursday is named after Thor. Friday, you know, I don't even know who Friday named after, but they made a good ass movie out of it. But these are not the days according to God. These are just what we call them because it's what we've been taught. So when we read this, this is not a translation of this. This is day one, or day two, day three, day four, day five, day six, Shabbat. You get what I'm saying? They're not translations of what Esau titled. These names came way after the first and last days. All right. Just make sure y'all know that. Hold on one second. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna play some music real quick. I gotta answer this call.
I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. As the tents of Qadash, as the curtains of Solomon.
Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick. And you do not want tests, I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Clothes with a garment down to the foot. Lil' mama came back and took another look. Them fringes and them studs probably got her shook. But all I could tell her, I am not a crook. Whole team winning. Can't do it by myself, I brought my whole team with me. Tonight I need some help, I plan on killing these niggas. And I ain't talking murder, shorty feeling these niggas. I know she probably heard of us, One West, Harlem, New York, since 1969. Looking for an Israelite woman that I can get behind. Take her to the promised land. Show her good niggas exist. Fuck what her mama saying. You understand? Listen. Fuck the mention, blue is my cologne. All I did was say shalom and she offered me a phone number. Especially when I'm in the zone, I tell fire to the moon, girl, you playing with the wrong. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick.
All right. So now, the months of the year are very similar. And it's the same concept. And it's just counting. And also, the months of the year are also named after Greek so-called gods and Roman myths and stuff like that. You understand? January, February, March, all these names come after Greek mythology. Understand? They named Mars, like March is named after Mars, which is a god, which was a Greek so-called god. Say again. March was a Greek so-called god, and then they named a planet after him. You understand? So what we know as the months of the year, January, February, March, and April, and all that stuff, those are not the real. That's not what the Lord named months. All right. So we're gonna get into that real quick. Put it up on the board. So I guess we can yeah, I'm gonna just put it January. Well, nah, I don't want to do it like that either. All right, also, here's another tip. The way that the calendar is, we base our calendar off of the moon. You understand? And well, we base it off of the new moons, and that's how we know when the Passover will be. I don't study the moon. I don't know the phases. I don't know what days the new moon falls on. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, I know the order in which the months take place. So I'm not going to start at January. All right? Because if you pay attention, every year when we have the Passover, it's a different time. Sometimes it's in March, sometimes it's in April. You get what I'm saying? It's all based on the moon, where what it looks like, where it's at in the solar system and stuff like that. So I'm just going to say month 1, month 2, so on and so forth. All right, everybody should be able to see that. These are the months. So now I'm going to put them in Hebrew. Same concept. Only this time, instead of saying Yawam, we would say Qadash Ra'ashwan. Ra'ashwan. One. Ra'ashwan. All right. Salaki, Louis, I forgot to put the days in Assyrian. I'll leave that up to you. You understand? You know what I
Can't,
mean?
sir. I already folded it in the Syrian.
Most time Christ. So yeah, if you at home taking notes, you know what I'm saying, do your best to write it in the Assyrian. If you have a chart, it should be easy for you. Or if you have notes, it should be even easier. That means you wrote it before, so you should be able to copy it. Qadash Shalash. All right, everybody see that? So we got month 1, Qadash Ra'ashwan, right? It's the first month. And then we got month 2, Qadash Shanya. Month 3, Qadash Shalash. Month 4, Qadash Arabai. Month 5, Qadash Kamash. Month 6, Qadash Shasha. Month 7, Qadash Shabbat. Month 8, Qadash Shamawana. Month 9, Qadash Tasha'ai. Month 10, Qadash Aishara. Then we get to the 11th and 12th, right? The teens. Month 11, Qadash Akkad Aishara. So if you can see, what we did was we're now in the teens. So we add our number to 10. So it's like saying 1 and 10, 2 and 10, Akkad Aishara and Shanya Aishara. All right, Aishara is 10, and we know Akkad and Shanya is 1 and 2. So that's how you're going to count in your teens. So if you go from 11 all the way to 19, it's going to be this same type of wording and add Aishara. Not Ra'ash Aishara, not Ra'ashwan Aishara, but Akkad Aishara, Shanya Aishara, Shalash Aishara, Arabai Aishara, so on until you get to 9. And then 10 would be Aishara Yum. Aishara Yum. You understand? But that's for another time. We'll go over that in a different class. But yeah, that's how you would spell. That's how you would say each month. And of course, we only have 12 months in each year, so we would stop at Shanya Aishara.
Clark, yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Come, sir. I just wanted to know, so is there kind of a reset of time, or is there two sets of time held when, like when we read in the scriptures, right? It would always be like in the 45th year of the first month and the 28th day uh, of the rule of King David. Would that be just like a separate time, or is that how we have like how we held time in terms of you know just wrote, if it was in that king's year, in that king, we would write his name and then start over, like in the first year of the first month, like stuff like that. If you know what
Okay,
I mean.
it is kind of like that. All right. So think of it like this, right? um. So sometimes what you'll see is it'll talk about the first the okay the like the 5th day of the 5th month. You know what I'm saying? It'll do that a lot of times, and but when it's referring to specific times when something happened, like I think this
No,
now. Huh?
Slag, sir.
Well, hold on. If I could just
Slag, I was just can't sir.
okay. So now, no. Go ahead. Because I was gonna say I was just
Slag,
gonna
sir.
explain
Go ahead.
to you what I thought. No. Because I was gonna explain to you something that I thought, like something that is my thought. You know what I'm saying? So I'll wait. I'll yield and let you ask your question specifically. Go ahead.
No, I was just asking because like we don't keep time like the Edomites, like from 99 to something, you know. So I was just asking, is it like, do we just like reset it, like, so if it was this day and this month of that king ruling, and if there's a new king, we just reset everything in terms of keeping track of time
Well, I don't
or
know. I don't
events.
know. I don't know if that's something that we like. Okay, like you just said, we didn't keep times. Like this is what I was about to say about my thought. Right, like I believe that that's why you can't pinpoint exactly the year it was when something happened in the Bible. Like there's no timeline in the Bible. You understand? Because it's not something that we did. So what you're saying about the kings is not like that's also like it would become tradition. Like what you're saying, it would be more of a tradition. Like, oh yeah, let's start over every time we have a new king. It wasn't like that. It was just this is the new thing that happened. This is the big hallmark time that everybody can understand, like everybody can relate to this time right now. So I'm gonna use that as a time mark. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna use that as a time mark to
Kana
count
ron kana.
down amongst the time. You know what I'm saying? It was the third year in the reign of our King Christ. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Excuse my language. That's just what brothers did. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't big on time keeping like that. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, we're not big on time keeping. We're not big on numbering our armies. We're not big on numbering our birthdays. Like so many times in the Bible, you'll see where it says so and so became about 30 years old, or so and so became about 89 years old, 57 years old. And of course, we would know how old we are based on how many times we've been to Passover or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So if it's
Kana
my
ron kana.
Passover, then I know I'm about 50. You get what I'm saying? If it's 100
Gotcha.
if it's my 858 Passover, then I know I'm around that age. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what we kept time of. We kept time frames. Brothers with that, even today, you ask brothers all the time, how many Passovers you been to? Like 3, 4. Oh, okay, so you've been around about 3 years. That's how you know. That's the only way you know. We don't keep track of stuff like that, like traditionally. Like it's not even a tradition. It's not like it's something. Okay, let me make sure I remember. No, it's not like that. You get what I'm saying? It's just that's just what we base time off of. So if it's a new
Kana.
king, we all know. Oh yeah, Donald Trump been in office for about 4 years. So it's been 4 years now. Bo Biden, he been in office for about 4 years. So it's been about 8 years since Trump got in office. You get what I'm saying?
Kana ron kana. It makes sense now because I just remember this I can't remember the sister's name, but when they say she got she got married 7 years from her virginity, like something like that.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That sounds a lot like what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you would just base it off of a time mark. If you have a
Kana
baby,
ron
you know that you can keep up enough to know you can keep up with time enough to know that um like, oh yeah, it was 5 years ago when I had that baby. You get what I'm saying? The baby probably about 5 now. You know, but yeah, we
kana.
didn't
So
we didn't keep up with birthdays and stuff like that. Or even better, it's been times where brothers would remember how long ago somebody died and base time on that. Yeah, he died
kana
about
ron
6 years ago. So, so on and so forth. But anyway, I hope
kana.
that
So
answers your question.
no, it makes sense though because even with my two sons, my wife gets so upset because she would ask when or were they born, and I tell her like, hey, he's 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I'm close, ain't I? Close
Gotcha.
enough. About 5, 6 years. I listen. I stopped keeping count before I came in the truth with how old people were. Like, bro, like, why are we keeping track of this? Like, who cares?
Gotcha.
Like, seriously, who cares? Who cares how old you are? You know what I'm saying? Who really cares? Does it matter? You really? They say you're only as old as you feel, or as old as you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because
Kind of understand.
you could listen. Look at me. Listen. Not all right. Let me not put it on. I don't want to put it on me. Let's see. Cause I mean, I only started to put it on me because I'm like the youngest cat in Florida that's in the I.S.U.P.K. Um, let
A
me
lot.
think.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Trooper Gabar. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all don't know Trooper Gabar, but he lives in Tampa, and this cat is young. I don't know how old he is, but because he's a trooper in the I.S.U.P.K, I look at him as someone more mature than the average cat that's on the street. I don't care if they 45, 95. Trooper Gabar is more mature than a 95-year-old man because he stepped up, put some boots on, and took ground. You get what I'm saying? So
Kind of the one kind.
it's another excellent brother. He's an officer of 1,000. Yeah, Officer Karyash. Officer Karyash in Chicago. Big up Chicago. And big up to the Midwest Fire Cookout, which is coming up next month. From July 27th to about July 31st, I believe. Something like
Gotcha.
that. So lucky. Midwest Fire Cookout going down, you know what I'm saying? Commander and YAHANNA will be having a lecture out there, so you might want to check it out. However, Officer Karyash is an officer of 1,000. And when I first met him, he was about 16 years old. And this
Hey,
was like
a
this
lot.
is this is like 4 years. This is my first cookout. I met him at my first cookout when I went to Detroit. And he was in Detroit, and I met this brother. Well, really, hold up. If I'm honest with myself, I think we first met at the Passover. Me, Nakar, nope, Nakar. I met Nakar before the Passover. Here's the point: when I met these brothers, they was young as hell. You know what I'm saying? 16 years old, coming into the I.S.U.P.K. Now he's an officer of 1,000, leading over people. He's more mature than any man on the streets out there in the corner or out there in the world. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is age doesn't matter, bro, at all.
Kind of the one kind.
All that stuff that they talk, oh yeah, he's this old. Who cares? Doesn't mean anything. What does it mean? If anybody can answer me
Really.
that question, I would listen, man, I would be amazed. If somebody, I know you probably can't answer this, or maybe you can, shoot, I don't know. You ain't too far from the world, right? Maybe you got the answer. Maybe you learned it. I don't know. I'm just asking because
All right, Asher.
yeah, like somebody tell me what benefit do you get out of knowing your age or keeping track with your age, I should say. What benefit do you get out of keeping track with your age? That's what I want to know. I know I was born in 1994. That's all I need to know. That because it happened one time, so it needs to stay there at that one time. That one point in time, I was born in 1994. I don't know what I said before. I think I said 69, but that's what I probably should have said. But
Gotcha.
1994 is the year I was born, and that's it. I wasn't born again in 1995, and then again in 1996, and again in 1997. You know what I'm saying? I was born one time. That's all I need to know.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? When I fill out an application to become someone else's slave, I'll put 1994 on the resume, on the application sheet. What does it matter?
Gotcha.
The only one that
It
cares about
doesn't.
the age is the government, huh?
So like I said, I was thinking the whole time there is no benefit to counting your age.
There's none. And I'm just being honest. I'm genuinely asking, like, if somebody knows, tell me. Like, not that it's gonna matter, but I'm genuinely asking. Like, what benefit? What is the benefit? Show me a benefit of keeping track with your age. Because half of y'all still childish. 99% of y'all still childish. If you get a cake once a year with some candles on it and you want everybody to sing to you and give you gifts, nigga, you're childish. You are a child. You need to grow up.
Like I said,
Seriously. You still
what
want
you're
people
saying is
you still want people to bring you balloons? Nigga, you are childish. Go ahead.
so like I said, what you're saying is so heavy because many times I would sit amongst these guys and the conversation would either be woman, money, and or just talking trash. Nothing, nothing really of substance. So you're kind of right on that. When your age, when it concerns to your age, and you see these guys having these meaningless conversations. I'll be like, shit, it's the same shit we were talking when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Damn camera keeps getting blurry, man. All right. All right, so here we have Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. This is what you asked for, right? This is exactly where we're going. So the scripture says, Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, says, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. All right. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Okay. So let's translate it into the Hebrew. Shammai Yashar Allah, Yahweh Allahayanawa, Yahweh Akkad. So in English, of course, it said it the other way around. It said Akkad Yahweh, but we say things a little different. Shammai Yashar Allah, Yahweh Allahayanawa, Yahweh Akkad. All right, so I'm gonna write that up here on the board and break it down. Which is a good question, and I was definitely that's heavy how you asked about this. I literally was about to break this down, especially knowing that we know our numbers now. Like that's probably why you asked the question because Akkad, but I don't know, maybe not. But that was definitely a good precept to go to because as you can see, it says Akkad in the script in the verse. Y'all can see the board good, right? All right. All right. Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh Akkad. Pop quiz. Lewis, you there?
Khan, I don't want Khan.
So what does Shema mean?
It means hear.
Right. Hear or listen or hearken.
Listen. No.
Or hearken. All right. Yasha Allah.
Israel.
Right. Israel. Do you know what the name Israel means?
Prince of the powers. No?
That's right. Prince of the power. Shar is prince, right? Shar is like a leader, captain, officer, right? Yashar would be a prince. Allah is power, right?
Khan, sir.
All right, cool. Just make sure we're on the same page. So what is Yahweh?
It's the Lord's name.
Right. If anybody asks what Yahweh is, it's the Lord's name. What is the Lord's name? Yahweh. You know and of course, we always say this, this is, how Christians say, don't say the Lord's name in vain, but then they scorn you if you say God. If you say God damn, or anything like that, they'll scorn you for saying that because they think that saying God or God damn is saying God's name in vain. But saying this for no reason is saying God's name in vain. If you say his name and it's for nothing, you know what I'm saying? You just like putting it on a t-shirt. Perfect example, right? If I came into class and I got the Lord's name on my t-shirt, that's vain. If I got it tatted on my arm, that's vain. You get what I'm saying? If I put it on my headband, it's vain. You understand? You wouldn't do that with your dad's. Well, yeah, maybe you would. Well, there's certain things that you would do with that name, right? But putting it on a t-shirt should not. If you put the Lord's name on your socks, you deserve to be.
Or it's a password on your phone.
Say that again. Say that again.
Like it's I see stuff like or it's a password on your phone.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that not so much. That not so much because nobody's gonna know your password. No, a password is for you to keep to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I mean, it's like you leaning on the edge of vanity. You right there on the edge of vanity, but not so much. Not so much like for the password because nobody else is supposed to know your password. So it's really just between you and the Lord anyway. But you right there on the edge of it. You get what I'm saying? So if you was to but like, okay, for instance, like, all right, here. If I was to put it on this staff, if I put the Lord's name on this staff, that's not vanity. Here, you know why? Because this is supposed to be like my representation of, you know what I'm saying, like strength. This is, you know what I'm saying? How could I put it? Like this is representative of strength to a like a shepherd, right? To a shepherd, someone who leads, or someone who fights. You know what I'm saying? It's a weapon. You get what I'm saying? So it's not so vain as putting it on a t-shirt or putting it on your car or getting a tattoo of it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to put the Lord's name up on the wall in the school, that's not vanity. You get what I'm saying? It's not vanity because it's you know what I'm saying? It's representative of the Most High. You get what I'm saying? Like I would want the Lord's name to be on this thing because this is giving him glory. So if it gives the Lord glory, then that's why I said you on the edge if you put it on your password, because what glory does the Lord get out of your password? You know what I'm saying? But being that it's only gonna be used by you, you know what I'm saying? It's like okay, but it's a little vain. It's a little vain. But put it on a t-shirt. Like, come on. Like what? So you can sell the t-shirt? You know what I'm saying? What benefit does the Lord get out of you selling a t-shirt? The Lord don't need everybody to know his name either. You get what I'm saying? Like, and when people tell me, people ask me all the time, you know what I'm saying, what the Lord's name is. I got to be careful if I answer them. You know what I'm saying? I got to be careful to know, like, why are you asking? Why do you want to know? Cast not your pearls unto swine. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's name is that, a pearl. You get what I'm saying? It's something that we're supposed to hold on to and keep and cherish. I ain't got to tell everybody the Lord's name. Go find out. If you really want to know, go find out. It's in a book. So, you know what I mean? It's you just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? I can say the Lord's name in a classroom setting because I'm teaching you the Lord's name. I'm teaching it to you. That's not vain. All right. So anyway, without further ado, that's the Lord's name. So what about Allahaya now? Let me ask you something. Is this the Lord's name? Or I guess it wouldn't be bad. Is this the Lord's name? Lewis?
Lasha.
God forbid. Absolutely not. Allah is not the Lord's name.
Like
What is Go ahead.
it means rock. No, I'm joking. It means power, sir.
You say it means rock, bruh. All right, chill out,
God,
man.
sir.
Chill out. Nah, but yeah, Allah means power. All right. So what
Like
is
this,
Allah?
I'm just
Allah
mocking the Muslims.
Nah, I know. But here's the thing. What you'll find out if you study enough, you'll find out that the Muslims got their language based off of Hebrew. The Arabic language is based off the Hebrew. You got to remember, Ishmael was Abraham's son.
Constant.
So keep that in mind. Ishmael was Abraham's son. So what does that mean? He spoke Hebrew.
He's
Huh? Yeah, he spoke Hebrew because Abraham spoke Hebrew, because Abraham's father spoke Hebrew, who got it from his fathers, and it was their language. You get what I'm saying? So Hebrew is a language passed down from the beginning of time. We kept hold of it. Everybody else changed their language. After the Tower of Babel, the Lord confounded everybody's language. And so now there's a group that spoke Hebrew, and then there's other groups that spoke whatever language the Lord saw fit for them to speak. You get what I'm saying? Abraham kept the Hebrew and passed it down his bloodline. Ishmael was one of his sons, who was the progenitor of the Arabic nations. All right?
Constant.
That Arabic language is based off of Hebrew. So if you go to New York, or if you go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and you meet Muslims there, New York especially. If you go to a bodega in New York, the like everybody, and here's the effed up part about us losing our heritage is that brothers, Negroes, will go into the bodega and they'll speak Arabic to the Arabs, and they'll say words like ak or aki. Get what I'm saying? These words, Arabs say ak and aki. Why? Because their language was derived from Hebrew. And so now Israelites are speaking Arabic with the Muslims instead of speaking Hebrew with their brothers. That's the effed up part about this captivity. If the oppressor wasn't such a devil that the Bible speaks of, he would have left our language alone. He would have left our identity alone. He would have let us have our identity in our culture and just put us in punishment, put us in timeout like the Lord required. The Lord required us to go into timeout and be punished. But because our oppressor is such a damn devil, he took away our language, he took away our identity, our culture, and all of that. And we don't even know the God we serve. So now I just seen a sister today at a store, and she's a nun. So she's a black nun. And it was crazy as hell. It tripped me the hell out. So I'm like, this is a sister dressed up like a nun. What in the hell is going on? Like we will be anything except who we are because it was taken from us. And that's the whole reason classes like this one exist. Classes like the Lashawan Qadash class exist so that black people can get their culture back and their identity back and come back to serving their God instead of their goddamn enemies' gods. All right, so Salaki, I know I went off on a bit of a tangent, but Allah is power. So what does that make Allah YAHANNA? Louis, you there? Oh shoot! Look at Chris.
Salaki, sir, I'm here. Salaki, I was on hold. Allah,
Oh,
I know.
Allah YAHANNA. All right, let's break it down. I see you struggling. What is Nawa?
Salaki, I thought it was something else.
Okay, wait.
Our.
That's correct. Our. This is a possessive adjective. Nawa is a possessive adjective. It means our. So we know that our is Nawa, and Allah because Allah is power. Allah YAHANNA would be our power. All right, what is Allah Hayyam?
It's Allah Hayyam would be would that be like if you're putting a masculine at the end or a plural masculine?
You're right. Say it again.
Salaki, so would that be like you be adding making it a plural masculine at the end?
Correct. Plural masculine. So what would that make the word? This is power. So Allah or Allah Yum. What does that mean? Damn.
The like just regular yum, or you want me to give you the
What does
possessive
Allah Yum?
adjective the
What does Allah Yum mean? We got this. and we got this. So
It
put it
means
together.
our.
Huh?
Slug, I'm a little lost.
No sweat. Take your time. Look, you got yum. What is yum?
Khan.
What is it?
It's plural masculine.
Plural masculine. You put it together with Allah yum. What does that make? What is Allah?
Allah means power.
Correct. So now put it together. Allah yum means
Our powers.
say it one more time.
Allah, our powers,
Not
as
our.
in plural.
Not our. Like,
Salat.
okay, this isn't our. Don't think our, but you're right about the plural and the masculine. So if power, make power plural and masculine.
So, you mean Salak is it mean angels?
You thinking too hard. Think real basic. This is basic. Think real basic. Don't think too hard. You told me that the yum is plural and masculine. You told me Allah is power. So what would Allah yum mean? Don't worry about the ha, right? I think the ha might be throwing you off a little bit.
It's
The ha,
it's kick. It
the
means
ha, the ha becomes part of the Allah. The ha just becomes part of the Allah. So you're just adding that together with yum. So what is Allah yum?
so it would be just powers.
Yes, that's it. Powers.
Concept.
Whenever you see the yum, just know that it's plural. You add an S to whatever the root word is. Allah is power. Allah is just being added to the Allah. It just makes it power. All right, so Allah ya nawa is our power. Our Allah ya come, right, will be your power. Allah ya come will be your power. Allah ya hum will be their power. You get what I'm saying?
Khan.
Ha ya come. Allah ya nawa. Allah ya ha. Allah ya wa. You get what I'm saying? So that's all it is to it. All right, so moving on, right? Allah ya nawa is our power. So we got Yahweh again, which is the Lord's name, and a Akkad. What is a Akkad?
Akkad is one, sir.
Right. And I see you, Chris Morris. You definitely you on point. You on point with it. Just gonna make sure I get you recognized. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ignoring you. I just want to give the brother a chance to answer himself. You get what I'm saying? So that everybody's learning together. All right. So Lord's name is one. Or not Lord's name, but the Most High is one. So let's see. The Most High. All right. So listen, Israel. The Lord, our power, the Most High, is one. That's the Hebrew creed. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Shemai Yasha Allah, Yahweh Allah Yahweh, Yahweh Echad. That's the Hebrew creed. La'a Shanya, La'a Shalash, La'a Shasha, Akkad. What did I just say?
Count, sir. You said not one, not two, not three. Yes, one.
Right. Well, I said not one, not two, not six.
Not count.
One. Me playing. I'm gonna be playing mind games with y'all, man. Not mind games. Let me not say I'm not playing mind games. Listen, I'm gonna be testing y'all. I'm gonna be testing y'all, man. Especially if you jump up in the class. See, that's why they scared to jump in, Lewis. You're the only one brave enough to jump into the live classes and get tested. Because why?
Count. I don't count.
And why is
Salak,
that?
yes, sir. Salak, yes, sir. Don't be too hard on Crystal. She's still your
Oh,
star student, but
listen, hey, listen. Tough love is the best love.
God, I don't count.
She'll be listen.
Salak, yes, sir.
All right, no, hold up, because I can't let it slide. Listen, I know Crystal Moore is on her stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you can see she commenting. She coming in here, man. She might as well be live with us. But I understand life happens. You know what I'm saying? She got a baby and all that stuff. Not to put you out there, so like you, sis. Not to, talk about your business, but you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the sister got tons of things to do. You know what I'm saying? There's no sweat. I'm not even really worried about the sister because she in here. I want to know what everybody else doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all in these classes and learning, but of course, that's if you want to learn, and that's what you want, Lewis. You want to learn the Hebrew. That's why
Salak,
you
yes.
do it. Go ahead.
They say little confusion is good for the soul.
Confession is good for the
It was,
soul.
I think it
Hold
counts,
up
sir.
now. You sure you don't want to go to counseling? You talking about confession good for the soul? You
Salak,
don't need
yes.
counseling?
I don't think it's as a council confession, but I was I think it was with the last high holiday,
Uh-huh.
and I saw my brother read. Shout out to Carvel, sir. And when that brother was reading, I felt so out of place because I'm like, shit, he's a young man. I should be reading too. And I'm just like putting now in maybe of my study time. I'm putting in like maybe 60 or 70% of my study time into the Hebrew. So I just wanna, just wanna, I don't wanna say anything, but just get up. Let me just say, get up to par, because I felt I wasn't up to par when I saw that brother read, and
Mm.
it's like, I just that's just how I felt at the time, and now I'm like, I'm putting a lot of time into the Hebrew.
Listen, hey,
But
listen, man.
still, shout out to young man Carvel. That brother read beautiful, and I'm really proud that he read so well.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Big up to him. But listen, you know what I'm saying? It's everybody get their chance. You get what I'm saying? And it's not a slight to you. It's not a slight to him. You know what I mean? Everybody's learning, and everybody coming into what they are to be. Just keep on learning. Like keep that zeal. You get what I'm saying? Keep on like the way that you lit like you are right now, like how you hot right now, and you know what I'm saying, you full of zeal, you want to learn it, you want to be in class, keep that zeal and you know what I'm saying, let it burn. Let it burn. Like no usher, but let it burn, you know what I'm saying? And keep pushing to that. No matter what type of obstacles get in your way, or if somebody, you know what I'm saying, standing in your way, or something standing in your way, you know what I'm saying? Just keep on, like keep that same energy, as they say. Keep that energy and run with it. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nothing slow you down. Like if you get told to slow down, you know what I'm saying, redirect that energy. Like, we're not even told to slow. Nobody in here is going to tell you to slow down, but redirect the energy if if it's something like, okay, let's say you got an idea or something like that and it gets shut down. Don't stop having ideas. Just redirect it. Like, okay, all right, now I know what I'm able to do, or now I know what I'm, expected to do, or now I know what I'm capable of doing. Let me redirect it and, try to find something new. Maybe that might get shut. Okay, let me try something different. Let me try this. Let me try that. Keep the zeal. Just, what I'm saying, manage it. That's all.
Canada,
You know what I mean? You out of town now. You know what I'm saying?
Cancer.
But you see how you're still in the class. That's why the Lord is wonderful for allowing Esau to come up with YouTube. I'm pretty sure he done got a Israelite to create YouTube for him, but nevertheless, we have YouTube now, and we got StreamYard and stuff like that. So now, even though a brother could be overseas, I sometimes I tune into the London classes and the UK classes because I want to know I just want it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thirsty for it. You get what I'm saying? You gotta stay thirsty for the truth. And that's the beauty of it. Even though you miles away, even though you know what I'm saying, you out of town, you out of state, you can still jump in this class and be part of the class. You can still learn as if you never left Florida. You feel me? So
Canada,
you know what I'm saying? Just keep
sir.
it. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing a hell of a job. You know what I mean? So keep it.
Sir.
All right. So we got that done. I would go into some more letters, and I know Kristen Morris can't wait till I get to the future tense. But sis, there's levels to this. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna short circuit y'all brains and nothing like that. Kristen Moore, she the type of sister she ready for it. She wants all of the smoke when it comes to this Hebrew. I understand, but everybody ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that they couldn't handle it, but you know what I mean. Let's learn. Let's build. When you was in elementary, they didn't jump you straight from ABCs to trigonometry. So let's just take it one day at a time. And make sure y'all share this video as well. Okay, so we got our months, we got our days, we got our numbers, we got the alphabet, right?
Cancer.
Show you some.
Salak, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, but I don't know if I should ask in the class. But
Is
I
it
was gonna
personal?
ask. No, I was meaning to ask. I was gonna, if you can write purple up on the thing there, if you don't mind.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Salak, that's why I say maybe if you can just send it to me.
No, I'm not doing that. We don't need to know the letter for the word for purple. You know what I'm saying? Purple. The word purple, even when you read it in the Tanakh, right? It was. It's not necessarily derogatory, but it was always talking about like the rich. You know what I'm saying? The uppity,
Cancer.
the bougie niggas. You get what I'm saying? So not necessarily a derogative term, but it was the connotation of it was like, oh yeah, these people are, like, how do you look at rich people today? The same way you look at rich people today is the same way you look, well, if you got sense. Because some people look up to rich people. They think that rich people are the best people on the earth and they got all the wisdom and and that's how people looked at them back then. A lot of people looked at them like they were wise. Matter of fact, damn, this is what you do.
Come
You know
back,
how
sir.
you do this. Hold on, man. We're going to go to the Bible. All right. Yep, Lewis always making niggas go and pull breakdowns. Hold on.
Salah, yes.
No sweat. You know I don't mind doing it. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I can't get this in Hebrew. I wish I had a Hebrew apocrypha. I don't
Salah,
think
yes,
I
sir.
got.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
it be scarlet?
say it again.
Salah,
Scarlet?
yes, sir. Wouldn't it be the color? Wouldn't it maybe say scarlet?
No, scarlet is red. So that's another color. Rich people are often
Huh.
associated with the colors red and the colors purple. Like if you ever watch like a medieval TV show or something like that, a lot of times the king will be wearing red. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, you might find one of his, you might find it, well, anybody really, anybody who's in like high class culture, they wear purple. This is why a lot of black people like to wear purple nowadays because they think that it's like a rich, um, um, like it's like one of those colors that rich prominent people wear. So is red. What is this? 23, 13, 23. All right, you can see the screen, right? 23.
Can't,
Hey,
sir.
matter of fact, Lewis, you got your Bible. Read in the Apocrypha. Go to Ecclesiasticus 13 and 23.
Salah, yes, sir. I do not have my Bible. My
All
Bible
right.
is in the room because
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm outside. Just the wind just blows everything.
No sweat. Can you see the screen? Can you read this on the screen? What I got highlighted?
Can't, I don't can't. Um, Let me just check the scripture.
Start at 20. So we're gonna start at 22 and read through 23.
Can't, I don't can't. This is the book of
Ooh, we got see.
Ecclesiasticus.
Hold up, Salaki. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. We might have to read 23 too. All right, 24. Just read, and I'll tell you if we're gonna stop or not. Go ahead.
Can't, I don't can't. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 22.
Hmm.
When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers.
Right. Break that
He,
down. Right. What does that mean to you? Like when you read it says, when a rich man is fallen, he has many helpers. What is that saying?
um, when a rich man, when something happens to him, like something negative, he has many people that's with him to to help him up, or something like that.
Give me an example in real life.
Um, See, like Jamie Foxx,
Okay. Okay.
he's in hospital, and everybody's just
He's
speaking
not.
about him.
He's not.
Well,
He's not in the hospital. He hasn't been in the hospital for at least a month now. Or at least probably like 2 months now. That was
cancer,
that was blown up by TMZ and all them. But no, I get what your point is. But go ahead.
cancer,
Hmm.
and so everybody was sending out their prayers and all that stuff. So, and everybody was just speaking about him and all this, just picking him up and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's the many helpers. Everybody just have good things to say about him while he's in his situation.
Mm. Okay, that's a good example. What about the incident with Kyrie Irving and a group of purple men marched outside or protested outside of the stadium in New York?
Cancer, that's actually a better example.
Thwada, but it's just that's just what it is, right? When a rich man
Cancer,
when a rich man is falling, he has many helpers. Just like Kyrie Irving and those purple pusillanimous pigs went out there to support him, but locking, lowly brothers up in prison. You know what I'm saying? For nothing, for no charges, for made up charges, for them trespassing against, for the purple pusillanimous pigs trespassing against another brother and forcing them to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like the pusillanimous pigs put them in prison even though they were the attackers. You get what I'm saying? Because they're poor. They're not rich. Those men were not rich. You get what I'm saying? But when Kyrie Irving, who gives a damn about black people, as long as he gets to play basketball, when he's in trouble, when he's, about to lose his career, here comes these these purple pusillanimous pigs. If you don't know what the word pusillanimous is, look it up. I advise you to start to put that in your vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not better. I don't even know if I wouldn't even say it's better, but it's a more generally accepted term for what people call PUSSY. So put that in your dictionary, in your vocabulary. These purple pusillanimous pigs, showed up and marched for Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? Because when a rich man is falling, he has many helpers. Read on.
He speaketh things not to be spoken.
Right. He speaketh things not to be spoken. You know what I'm saying? He says things. Listen, Kyrie Irving said that, the Jews are black, basically. He didn't even say the Jews are black. He just said there's a book out there that says that the Jews are black. You know what I'm saying? These are things that's not to be spoken. Now, of course, the I.S.U.P.K says that, and I'm just using it as an example. But, of course, the rich man, they say all type of, they say things. I grab him by the box. I grab him by the pusillanimous.
God.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the rich man says, right? Go ahead.
And yet men justify it.
And yet men justify him. These things you should not be saying. Like, oh my, it's so many things that I could think of. You know what I'm saying? Too many to name all of them right now. But there's so many things that I've heard rich men say that, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't allow anybody else to say it. Like literally, Commander YAHANNA says that the black people are the Israelites, and he's put to shame or they try to put Commander YAHANNA to shame for saying it. But of course, everybody stands behind Kyrie Irving when he says it. You get what I'm saying? We've been saying that the white man's the devil, and when we've been saying that the white man's the devil and that the Israelites are black. But when Kanye West says it, you know what I'm saying, all of niggerdom backs him up and gets behind him when he says it. But they try to put us to shame. You know what I'm saying? And so many other things. Like I'm keeping it on, Israel and stuff like that. But there's been tons of things that rich people say you should do drugs. You should pop perks. You know what I'm saying? And smoke an ounce of weed. And smoke a pound of weed a day. You know what I'm saying? And everybody supports it. You know what I'm saying? It says, it says, and yet men justify him. Men justify him and say, yeah, man, weed ain't never killed nobody. He right. You know what I'm saying? We should smoke a pound a day. Meanwhile, we tell you to stay away from drugs. Don't do drugs because they can kill you. Don't be a homosexual because they can kill you. You know what I'm saying? A rich man says, well, you can love who you want to love, man. Love is love. Yeah, he's right. He absolutely right. No, he's absolutely wrong. You understand? Go ahead.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuke him too.
The poor man slipped. He say something that he slipped up. You know what I'm saying? Like he said something he didn't mean to say. He didn't even mean to say it. He slip up on his words, and yet they what?
They rebuke him too.
Yeah, they still rebuke. He didn't even mean he's like, hey, look, you know, and I witnessed it. I witnessed like Captain Zaryak. Captain Zaryak last night on Cross the Line Radio. He said he admitted that he misspoke on something. He admitted to misspeaking on something, and he corrected himself. He said, you know what? I apologize. I was wrong. I thought you said this. I take it back. I'm sorry. I apologize. Right? But everybody else would look at it like, oh, you see, you know what I'm saying? They rebuke him. You know what I'm saying? They try to, and what does rebuke mean?
To correct.
Yeah, they try to correct him as if he's so wrong. When the brother apologized for saying that's what it means when you slip. You know what I'm saying? You slip, but you know what I'm saying? You knew that you was wrong. You like, oh, okay, you know what? My bad. I apologize. I slipped up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to say that. That's not what I meant. But they gonna hold you accountable for it. Like, oh yeah, nah. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
He spake wisely and could not have and couldn't have no place.
Right. He spoke wise. Like, listen, look, that was my mistake. I apologize. I didn't know that you meant this. I thought you meant something else. Or better yet, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what it says. You know what? I didn't read that part. I apologize. I take it back. He's speaking wisely, like he's being wise about it. A fool would say, nah, I don't care. Even though I'm wrong, I'm still right. You get what I'm saying? But this, because he's poor, he don't have a place. He don't have a place to correct him, to be wise about the situation and say, you know what, I'm gonna take it back because I was wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? He's poor, but the rich man, he can slip 1,000 times, and people will take his slip and justify it. Read.
When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And look what he saith. They exalt it.
Extol.
They exalt
Extol. Wait.
it. Salakia. They extol it to the clouds.
Mm-hmm. Which is the same thing as exalt. But here's the definition. It says to praise highly, to glorify. So exalt is like lifting it up. Like to exalt is to lift up. Extol is pretty much the same thing. To praise highly, to glorify. You understand? It says when a rich man speaketh, every man holds his tongue. They stop and listen. They wait to hear what he about to say. And look what he says. They extol it to the clouds. You know what I'm saying? They worship it, they glorify it. So if he says, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, I smoke weed by the pound and I pop perks and drink syrup. Yeah, that's cool. That's what's up, man. Man, this nigga is the best, man. I love this nigga, man. He's so smart. That's what happens to rich men. You know what I'm saying? They say dumb stuff and it gets glorified. You know what I'm saying? But read on.
But if the poor man speak,
Go ahead.
But if the poor man speak, they say,
What they say? If
what fellow is this?
What fellow is it? Who man's is this? Who, yo, get your man. Who is this? You know what I'm saying? When a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? Read on.
And if he stumble, they will not help to overthrow him.
Read it again.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Yeah. If he stumble, if he slip up one little time, if he say, like, okay, this is why, and this is what y'all gotta understand. This is why we tell young men, we tell troopers, do not teach. You're not permitted to teach the Bible. You're not allowed to teach. If you're going out to pass out flyers, if you're a sister, you can't teach the Bible at all. But if you're a brother and you are a young man or you're a trooper, you cannot teach the Bible at all. And when you become an officer, you teach what you've been taught. Because if you stumble, they will help to overthrow you, man. We're trying to help you. We're trying to, Commander YAHANNA is trying to help you out, trying to save your life. Because as soon as you say the wrong thing, they're going to be on you, man. You're gonna be in a bad situation. To put it fair, to make it, to put it nicely. You're gonna be in a bad situation, man. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you jeopardize the integrity of the I.S.U.P.K. Now, there's nothing wrong with not knowing something, but if you don't know, say you don't know, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Tell the brother, hey, you know what? I don't know. I've seen men above me do it. I've seen officers of 5,000 say, I don't know. I seen a general. Listen, General YAHANNA, damn near every week. Nah, probably not every week. I ain't gonna even put it on him like that. But very often, General Muhammad will say, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get with Commander YAHANNA on that question. See me next week about that. He says it. If you don't know, say you don't know. And that preserves the integrity of the I.S.U.P.K. because if you stumble, they will help to overthrow you. All right, read 24.
Quran 1 Khan, verse 24. Riches are good unto him that hath no sin.
Riches are good unto him that have no sin. This is a cut in a direct precept for the verse, for the scripture that says, the love of money is the root of all evil. Christians like to say that money is the root of all evil, which is a lie that is not in the Bible. Money is not the root of all evil. All right. Money, it says, riches are good unto him that have no sin. So how can you be sinless and have money if money is the root of evil? Money is not the root of evil. The love of money is the root of evil. You understand? So if you have no sin, and this is another cut to people who think that nobody is without sin. You know what I'm saying? You can be without, you can continue your life knowing that you have sinned and say, you know what, I'm never going to sin again. Just like Christ told that whore. I'm sorry, let me not call her a whore. Just like Christ told the woman who was caught in adultery. He said, go and sin no more. When he said go and sin no more, he took away all, like she should have died. She should have been put to death. And so should I. So should you. You get what I'm saying? We all should have been put to death a long time ago. But we was given a chance to turn around and do better. And so now, like they love to say Christ took away our sins. Okay, so then what are you talking about? We all have sin. We all sinners. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned. You know what I'm saying? Christ gave me a chance to start over. He took away my sins. This is what the Christians love to say, right? Well, this is riches are good unto him that hath no sin. So if I wanted to have money, if I put away my sin, I stop sinning, and now I'll get some money, this money is good for me. Why? Because I can now use these funds, use this money to actually do something good, to actually do what the Lord would want me to do with the money. But if I'm a sinner, I'm gonna go and take that money and buy a pound of weed, probably flip half of that and smoke the other half. I'm gonna probably go to the strip club, blow a bunch of it on some strippers, take a wad of that, buy a prostitute, have some nasty fornication with her, and then turn around and I don't know what to do with the rest of the money. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? That's where the evil comes in. Now you got money that you don't even know what to do with it because you're a sinner and you done fell into the love of money. You just love money so much that now you got more than you need, and so now you idle. You want to do things that you don't even have no business doing. You get what I'm saying? Riches are good unto him that have no sin. Oh, you was about to say something, Lewis?
Slack, yeah, I'm just gonna read.
Okay, go ahead.
And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly.
Mm, mm. And poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. All right, listen. I want a better breakdown. I want to like I could imagine like the way that this hit me. I would say what I'm thinking, but I would rather get an official breakdown. I'm not really exactly sure how to break that down, but the way that I see it, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. Like, think about like when people like women, perfect example, right? Women, they look at you and they see nowadays women think that you gotta be making 6 figures or more just to be with them. They think that their man has to make 6 figures or more, or at least just make more than her. So if you were poor, if you ain't got no money, she look at you like you ain't nothing. Like you're worth like a listen. I don't know about. I can't speak for all of the men in the I.S.U.P.K, but I ain't rich. I don't make 6 figures a month or a year, I should say. I don't make 6 figures a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it, and I don't. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed that I don't make 6 figures a year. You get what I'm saying? But let some worldly woman tell you you ain't nothing, but yet you and I.S.U.P.K. Yet you understand the Bible. You know your identity, your culture, your heritage. You know your language. You know what I'm saying? You're better than all of the men that she's ever slept with, and she slept with many. You understand? So I mean, that's just how I look at it. But I don't want to lean on my own interpretation. I'm gonna get a better breakdown on that one. But definitely the first part where it says riches are good unto him that have no sin is a script. There's a precept that says I think it says money is the tool. I think it
Money
says
is a defense.
the defense, the what? Money is a defense, correct. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna make you pull it because we are at 9:16, so I'm gonna let the class in. But yeah, like this is definitely a great preset to go to. And the reason why I came to this preset is because of what you said about purple.
Counsel.
And you know what I'm saying? Instead of going on a tangent about purple, because purple ain't never did nothing to me. And purple is great. Purple is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with purple. Problem is, just like money ain't nothing wrong with money. But there are people who have money who are evil. There are people who have money who are wicked and disgusting. There are people who wear purple who are wicked and disgusting.
Another
Murderers,
one come.
you understand, who don't care about their people. All right. So I would rather talk about rich people rather than purple. You understand? But I wish I had it in Hebrew. Unfortunately, it wasn't in Hebrew. I would have broke this down in Hebrew. So with that, in the class, all right, the water for y'all being here, the water to all the sisters and brothers, and you know what I'm saying, everybody who's in here, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe on I.S.U.P.K Soul Flow, SOFLO. Right, we're trying to get these numbers back up. That's our brand new channel. So make sure you hit subscribe. Share that channel as well if you can, Baba Basha. All right. Pay your tithes, pay your camp fund, and pay your building funds, man. You know what I'm saying? This what we got going, man. It only thrives because of brotherhood and sisterhood. All right. So make sure y'all, you know, make sure, you know what I'm saying? Be a brother, be a sister. You know what I'm saying? Pay them tithes, pay them building funds, and them camp funds. so we can do the work that the Lord sent us out here to do. All right, and with that, man, I imagine, not imagine. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemar to all the sisters. Hold up, Chris Amara. Hey, what up, Carvel? Being a respected person. See, I wish you was in the class, Crystal Morris, because then you would be able to tell me what you're talking about. I don't even remember what you was referring to. Respected person. Go ahead.
I think she's talking about when a rich man speaketh, everybody, you know, listens to him and all those
Right,
things.
right. Okay, yeah. It's like respected persons, that's dealing with classes. You know what I'm saying? It's like a class system. It's like the rich or the poor. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what that's talking about. All right. And Ice Cube did it too. Yep. He said you know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to hear what Ice Cube had to say when he was talking all that Israelite stuff, but then turned around and did what? Fell right into the arms of the white man all over again. You know what I'm saying? With a warm, embracing hug. Nick Cannon too. All of them. Goddamn Kanye West, man. Like, everybody was out there thinking that Kanye West done turned a new leaf and he on some woke stuff now. No, the nigga still loves white women. He loves dogs. He loves sleeping with dogs. All right, it's not gonna change today or tomorrow. You know what I mean? He was just hurt. He was struck. It was a hit. He's a hit dog hollering. That's all. Kanye West is just a hit dog hollering. And when the hurt was over, he went back to Lassie. That's all. All right. So that, man, I already saluted y'all out. We out this piece. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.